Travel Stitcher, my channel about cross stitch. My name is Colleen, and as always, I am joined by my handsome sidekick Albus. We'll see if he can stay awake this whole episode. I wanted to give my appreciation for all the support my channel has gotten recently. The last few episodes, I don't know what's going on in the YouTube algorithm or if people are just finding me, but I appreciate it. My views and subscribers have gone up quite a bit. I'm not in my office today. I'm out in the den, so we might get photobombed by some extra, I swear it's right on cue, there's Boris, by some extra dogs. But I just wanted to tell everybody I appreciate your support of the channel and you watching and subscribing, liking, commenting. It's a nice community, and I appreciate it. And if you're watching and you haven't subscribed, give it a view. If you don't like cross stitch that I do, you might like these devil dogs. This is Boris the pug, and he is extremely naughty. Okay, move over there. I might have to get you out of this room. Okay, I have a fair amount of stitching to get into since the last episode, so I am just going to jump in. It's not in any particular order. I have a couple finishes. It's all going to be mixed in together. So let's start on. This was part of my March Madness brackets from Steel City Stitchers, Halloween Seed Sack. This is by Carriage House Samplings, and it's part of a stitch along that I've been doing with my friends Genevieve and Susie. We had the hashtag Halloween Virgin No More sale because Genevieve had never stitched Halloween before. Boris, you're gonna get kicked out of here. Stop it. And so this was our attempt to remedy that issue. Excuse me, I gotta deal with a bad dog. Sorry about that. Anyway, the hashtag was hashtag Halloween Virgin No More sale, and everybody, I believe, has finished stitching but me. I am the bad person, but this is what I got done. Okay, let's see if third time is a charm. I put Boris in his crate, so hopefully we can move on without him. For all you people out there who talk about how great Boris is and how cute he is and I'm mean, you have no clue. He is so naughty. Anyway, this is stitched on 16 count relic by Picture This Plus, and it's stitched with DMC, and I made quite a bit of progress on this since the last time I showed it. I filled in this whole jack-o'-lantern and the gourd, and I started, this is the stem of another one, and then I also I think this is a stem of another pumpkin. Oh no, it's just a stem of a big gourd. So this is what I got done. It looks really good on camera. I'm still not done, but it didn't win its bracket, so I had to stop. March Madness is the brainchild of Steel City Stitchers, where you put projects up to vote against each other on Instagram, and Instagram people go and vote, and whoever wins, and then it moves to the next bracket, just like basketball, college basketball, and the NCAA. So that was my first whip. I made good progress, so I feel better about that, but I gotta finish this thing. So that's my first bit of stitching. Then, what did win in March Madness, and this was my final winner, and I finished it. Hold on. Is this chubby bird. Look at how cute he is. I love this bird. This is a pattern by Jeanette Douglas. I think it came out last year at Expo. I don't have the pattern anymore to show you because Jody from Steel City Stitchers said she loved it, so I forwarded it on to her to pass the chart, the Stitchy Mojo along. This is called for, except the fabric. I don't know what this fabric is. It was in my kind of remnants bin in my fabric area. The only changes I did make were I changed the beak and the bird feet. They were called for in like a dark brownish blackish color, and I just like yellow bird feet. And the other change I made were the acorns. They were called for different colors, and I had ordered the threads for this when I decided it was gonna go in my March Madness bracket from 123 Stitch, and they didn't send me some of the right colors. I need a haircut terribly, so if I keep fussing with my hair, it's just that. I've just been so busy I haven't been able to get to the hair place to get my hairs cut. But anyway, so 123 Stitch screwed up and sent some colors that I didn't order. It was a color I'd never even heard of. But anyway, so I just used different browns for the acorns. But other than that, it's basically as called for. I just think this chubby bird is adorable, and I'm going to put this in the mail maybe today or tomorrow and ship it off to Keepsakes in Cincinnati, Ohio, for them to finish it for me. They do amazing finishing, and it's a great resource for stitchers who like to stitch and not necessarily like to finish. So that's one finish. The other start and finish I did was I finished stitching my StitchCon small. I don't know if you're allowed to show them. Last year I didn't participate in the smalls exchange, and this year I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna have the full StitchCon experience. But so I stitched it. I gotta send it to Keepsakes to finish for me because I don't want to mess around with that. And I guess I can show it. I mean, it's not like it'll be in a bag and nobody knows, as long as I don't show you how I, package it so that you know that one belongs to me. I think it's good. I'm going to show you. If I'm breaking some cardinal rules of whatever, then I apologize. Okay, so this is the chart I based it off of. I think it's Homespun Elegance. Yeah, Homespun Elegance Boo to You, and I did the smaller one. And let's see, here he is. Isn't he cute? This is fabric I dyed myself back in the day when I was like, oh, I'm gonna try to dye fabric. This is like rough, gross, angry Ada from like a crafts chain store, that angry stuff. And so this is also leftover floss Cottage Garden thread from when I stitched Mr. Bones in the Garden. This is Billabong. So I had a lot left over, and so I thought it would make a great pumpkin there. So that's my StitchCon small. I'm gonna send it to Barb at Keepsakes and say, work your magic. Look, I still have all of this left, and I've stitched 2 things out of 1 skein of that Billabong. So that's 2 finishes since I last saw you, so that's not too shabby. And if I'm not supposed to show a small, I've never done a smalls exchange, so don't rat me out, okay? I mean, honestly, what are the chances that it's not like this is that big of a channel that the person that pulls my thing watches and saw this episode, so I think we're good. Let's see. The other thing I stitched on was, I guess I had commented on a post somewhere about this chart, and Amy from Sprinklestein Stitches, she has a FlossTube. She's been super busy at work, so she hasn't been as regular in posting FlossTubes. But she hit me up and said, hey, I want to stitch that too. Let's sell it together. So I was going to use this chart. Let me show you what chart I'm talking about before I before I ramble on, bear with me, is the Silhouettes by Teresa Kogut. I bought this chart when it first came out, and I have been holding it. I haven't started it yet because I was using it as my reward to start after I finish Halloween Quakers by Leela Studio. And I'm not done with that, but Amy's like, oh, let's start that. I said, that's all I need. Okay. If you want to do it, then I have to do it for you, right? So it's not a huge start. But this, let me put something behind it. But this is what I got done. This is the top left corner. And this is, I'm starting in here and starting to go down with the witch. This is on 16 count pumpkin pie by Bestitch Me. I'm using Gentle Arts Witching Hour for the black, which I ordered from Bobby from Pumpkin Creek Primitives. If I can order floss from a smaller store rather than like a 1, 2, 3 stitch, I always try to. I ordered the Chubby Bird floss from 1, 2, 3 stitch because I wanted it super fast because I needed it for the Steel City Stitchers start, and it was like one-stop shopping, bing bang boom, and they screwed it up. So it just goes to show you, support your mom and pops, or mom and moms, or pops and pops. But that's what I got done with Amy. We do have, I don't think we've posted anything yet on it. Oh, and the green floss. Let me show you the flosses. There's some green highlights, but these are the flosses I'm doing. This is Witching Hour. Who is this by? Gentle Art. Sorry, I think I said that already. And this is a silk from Bestitch Me. I got this in a box. I don't remember which box of hers, and it's called Clover. So there's some green highlights in the chart, like Frankenstein's face and some witches stuff. There's not a lot of green, but there's a few. So that's the colors I'm stitching that with. I think that's all I've stitched since I last saw you that I can show you. I have been working on a lot of model stitching. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's it. I was visited by we had a visit this weekend from our nephews, came for a night and hung out, and my nephew Silas, said that he wanted to learn to cross stitch and be on YouTube. So, you know, I don't need to hear anything more than that. So I immediately had a kit ready for when he came to visit. These little superhero stamped Ada kits. He's 8. And yeah, because he's 2 years younger than Ada. He's 8, and I thought this would be a great way to start. We started it, we did a couple rows, but we didn't finish, so he took it home with him. So let me insert a picture of Silas. Isn't he a cutie pie? So when he stitches more on his Spider-Man, then maybe he can come on the show and show you his progress. But that's all I can actually show you of stitching I've done because I've been working on a lot of model stitching. It's been model stitching madness around here. I put out my first chart, Patrick O'Shanahan, the Leprechaun, and I am working on a bunch more. I have a bunch more in the works. I'm hoping to get like at least 2 more ready to be published by StitchCon, which is in June. So anyway, so my friend Susie is model stitching one of them for me, and she sends me progress updates, and it's like slowly watching a baby be born, and it's like so exciting. And then I'm model stitching 2 other ones that I don't know if they'll be ready or not, but hopefully. So I can't show you those, but trust me, I'm stitching a lot more. I'm actually in my office all day while kids are at school. It's like I have a real job. And just with different shop things and, you know, designing and all that good stuff. So since I'm yapping about shop stuff, I'll show you some new things that have come in and that are going on. I'm starting to carry charts by Mojo Stitches. She's a designer from Australia. Some of her charts, she uses Cottage Garden threads. Some of them, you know, I think she has a DMC conversion on all of them. So, you know, you don't have to use the Cottage Garden threads. But if you're, you know, looking for something that is charted with them, she's a good place to start. I'll just show you some of her charts that I started carrying. This is a whole series, these Quakers. This is Bushland Quaker. And again, she's from Australia, so some of her flowers are a little different than what we're used to seeing, which is neat. This is in that Bushland Quaker series. This is called Take Wing. It's got some birds on there. And Falling Leaves. This is the autumn. My ugly fingers, I'm trying to get those out of there. And then she's got some other fun stuff. Now, I don't think this is just general, like Classic Colorworks Weeks, but there's a DMC conversion on this. Oh, the glare is terrible. Oh my goodness, I should have taken these out of the plastic. But this is Mary Barton, an antique reproduction. And look at that bird. Oh my goodness, that bird and those flowers. That is so pretty. And then Peace and Plenty. This is inspired by antique embroidery. For all you fancy ladies that like your red stitching, or, I mean, honestly, this could be any color. Monochromatic stitching is just so nice because you don't have to really worry about, you just have to follow the chart. You don't have to do, you know, swap up color changes. And this is a series, and I think this does use Cottage Garden. She's going to do a whole series of these blocks. This is A is for aardvark and B is for balloon. So this is the first 4. So you don't have to finish them as these blocks, but they're kind of cool for like a baby's room or like a nursery. But anyway, so those are the new charts I got in from Mojo Stitches. They're on the website, rebelstitcher.com. I also put a new enamel needle minder up. This is not my design. These are pins that I convert into needle minders. You see those bunnies? There's 3 bunnies. This is actually the needle minder that came in Lynn Dorney's, I guess it's quarterly, she does them. Quarterly project bag. She had a bunny theme, so I have extras of those, so I put them up on the website. And Jody from Steel City Stitchers texted me yesterday that she finished printing the next batch of the rainbow fabric for Patrick O'Shanahan kit. So I know a lot of people wanted to get that in kit form with that awesome rainbow fabric. So keep your eye on either my Instagram page, I'll post when it's on, which is Rebel Stitcher Designs, or the website itself. When it comes back, when I get it and I can get more kits made, I'll put it on, I'll, you know, get it loaded and let you guys know that it's available. So I'd say probably in a week. And then the other fun thing, I announced it on my Instagram. I hadn't had a chance to talk about it on FlossTube yet, is I am doing a Cottage Garden thread club. So just through Instagram, I'm almost full of spots for this mailing. But I still do have a couple spots, so if you would like to join, email me. My email will be in the description box below, but it's cmatthewsfry@gmail.com. But click on the little drop down box thing. I'll have the info there. And just email me your PayPal email and to save your spot. If we get to more people wanting to join, then I have spots for this round. I can add you to the next mailing. I can expand next, but they are already shipping to me soon. So I am excited about starting that. My club of the Cottage Garden Thread Club is the first in the United States, you know, so you don't have to pay shipping from Australia, which is very cost prohibitive. Excuse me. So hopefully, you know, everybody will love these threads as much as I do. You're gonna get 4 skeins that I pick that are kind of like thematic, like, you know, might be springy colors or, you know, all greens or whatever. 4 threads each shipping, and we're gonna ship bi-monthly, which is every other month, not twice a month. That word bi-monthly is always screwy, right? Like, is it does that mean twice a month? Does it mean every other month? In this case, it's every other month. So again, I'm excited to offer that so you can build a stash of this really special floss. I've been super busy. A lot of people have reached out to me lately doing commission needle minders, which I'm just always so honored when people trust me with that. Some people are floss tubers that want to get what do you call it, needle minders made, like to pass out at StitchCon. I have some LNSs that want me to make some for them, like, you know, like the Keeps Peeps one I made for keepsakes. There's some other shops that, you know, want me to come up with something for them. And there's been some sampler guilds. So I'm always so honored that somebody trusts me to do that. And if you have your own artwork or you want me to create something, we can work something out. So I appreciate it. It's just adds to why I'm in the office so much during the day. And I just appreciate it. I feel so legit lately. Some fancy floss companies have been sending me samples to use, you know, as reference for my designs, and sending me info to enroll in their designer program. I just feel so legit, too legit to quit. Anyway, no more MC Hammer. I do have a little bit of haul, not much, and I guess we should jump into that. I got my market haul, and again, it's not much. I ordered mine from Keepsakes, and apparently I had bunnies on the brain lately because everything I ordered was rabbits. I got this set from Leela Studios, the spring parade with the bunnies. This is actually the one I like the most, and I was almost going to start it. That's why it's out of the plastic. I was pulling fabric. I don't even eat artichokes. Well, I eat spinach and artichoke dip, but I don't eat like regular artichokes. I just love that bunny and the artichoke, and this one riding the little lamb. They're just so stinking cute. Oh my goodness. And then the other, I got these, and then also this Brenda Gervais, what is this called? The Rabbit and the Rose. Look at that bunny in the basket and those flowers. I just freaking love it. It's just got this old world sort of feel. I really don't have a lot of spring / Easter stitching around the house, so I am itching to stitch these, but I don't know when I'll have the time. I think that's everything that's been going on with me. Excuse me. Keep an eye on Rebel Stitcher Designs Instagram. I usually post there when new stuff is happening. I've got a big order out of more XG fabric because no matter how much I order, I can't seem to keep that in stock. So she is dying as we speak, my order, and I'm restocking classic colors that everybody loves, and I think I did pick a couple new ones to try. That's what I usually tend to do, is restock and then pick one or two new ones and see if people like them. But I think that's it. Hopefully everybody is enjoying their stitching and enjoying the spring weather. It's been really nice and springy around here lately. Actually, Etta, my daughter, has signed up for softball this year, and she's never played any sport before. So her first game, or no, not her first game, her first practice was actually canceled for rain. So she's going to try again. Hopefully, fingers crossed, this Wednesday she can go to practice. And they have a game on Saturday. But Nicole, my wife, and her have been practicing in the front yard after Nicole gets home from work for like a half hour every day. And, you know, I'm a mom who thinks my kids are great. So, what can I say? But she's like freakishly tall. She's always the tallest kid in her grade by a lot. And so I think that gives you an advantage, sport-wise, you know, because you're just taller and bigger and probably a little stronger. So I'm excited to see how she does. I was always one of the tallest kids in my class, but it didn't translate to help with sports. I was not a sporty person in the least. I did my best friend when I was a kid, I don't know why I'm even saying this, my best friend growing up, we were probably like at his age, she's like, I'm gonna go out for softball, you should join. So I did, and I hated every second of it, and they sent me like way in the outfield, like way far out, and I never paid attention. I'd be like picking dandelions. I just hated it. It just wasn't my jam. Anyway, hopefully, I'll give you updates on how Etta does. But this little man, oh, look at him. Look at this handsome man. Look, he's awake. Say goodbye to the peoples, Albus. Bye, peoples. I'll see you next time, and thank you so much for all your support. I really appreciate it.